What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? It's TK Profit from Profit Takers. We're hopping on to do another live charting session. Been coming back every week, figuring out what the volatility in the market is, identifying those pairs, finding our setups, and then throughout the week we execute them live. So let's go ahead and head right over to Trading View, brother. Man, that camera is crispy. Let's see. Got it. All right, man, it's already been a long week. Starting with that holiday gave me some time to get some rest. All right, so even though we didn't hop on the moves that we called during the previous week, we actually executed. Okay. So I showed you guys at the end of last week our sale. This was our US 30 sale starting from here. I also entered in a buy at the lows. Let me show y'all that entry. So boom, that's my US 30 entry all the way at the lows on our chart. What up, how you feeling, brother? So now we're at this area where I was looking for a potential reversal. Okay, so let me tell you why I'm looking for this reversal. Or really just monitoring this area. So US 30, what's going on? How y'all doing over there on YouTube? Peyton, Brooklyn, how y'all feeling? Oh yeah, so back to US 30 right here. This thing went on this downtrend. We caught some major sales on this downtrend. And this was the trend line here that was created by that downtrend. This sale we took from this area was right after the trend got tested. It filled this gap, and now we're looking to see if this thing is going to continue moving up from here. I'm doing well, Peyton. I am doing well, man. Just pushing through, man. I'm tired. So before I started trading full time, I was a kickboxing coach, right? So now I just go into the gyms and help the pro fighters prepare for their fights. But I don't train as much as they do. So I be fucking tired. Fucking tired, man. But outside of that, man, everything is doing well. All right, yeah, so this false breakout of this trend line again led to the retest of this gap. We bought in at the lows. Now the way price just responded, there's a good chance we can see a continuation of this uptrend. Now the area that we want to watch or monitor is this area here. Since my original entry is so low, the only thing that I have to do to protect this trade setup is move my stop loss to break even. Okay? Let's go. Cezanne. Like to see Cezanne over there on IG. Alright, cool. So right now, what I'm doing is identifying where the money is now. When I refer to money, I'm just talking about stop losses. Okay? So another word that they'll use when they're talking about those stop losses is liquidity. So if you hear somebody saying, I'm looking for the liquidity in the market, they're just looking to find the areas that traders are placing their stop losses to protect their trade setups. And to make it simple, you want to find those areas, just look for consolidation. So any place where you have those equal lows or equal highs, that's where the money is in the market. Got you. So to keep it simple, this thing already played out. I am going to place an alert above this area. Place an alert here. I believe I already moved my entry to break even. Let me double check right quick. All right, cool. Yeah. We're a little above break even. okay. Got you. All right, so we'll just go from there. Let's take a look at a couple of these euro pairs. Okay, JPY news, euro news, USD news, AUD news. Oh, I also just got into this euro AUD buy. Oh, Cezanne, we need to re-enter this euro AUD buy. I see you over there on, what is this, TikTok? Original entry got stopped out. I re-entered. Now, well, really, you can just wait until London session. I need to see how this thing play out. So I was looking at, what is this? What time frame? 1 hour? You saw that? Yeah. So on this 1 hour time frame, how do I close this thing? It happened quick, yeah. Our entry was a little too high. On the 4 hour? On the 4 hour, it showed a double bottom. I missed it looking at that smaller time frame, so that's a lesson. All right. And I think I entered on the 30-minute. Yeah, we entered on the 30-minute, missing that 4 hour zone. So as soon as I noticed it, I think it was like around 6, I just jumped back into that trade setup. So right now, on the 30-minute time frame, we just got another double bottom, okay? This area, this imbalance zone, a fair value gap, whatever they call it, different names, same shit. Depending on price react here, that'll let us know if we could expect this move to happen, price creating a lower low, or this here. So we honestly need to monitor this before we figure out where we're gonna take this thing during London. So let's just keep it simple, use these alerts. What is this, Euro AUD? Okay, Euro CAD. I appreciate the follow, brother. Appreciate the follow, man. Okay. Now, the way this thing closed on the 4 hour, seriously. I need to see what happens when price comes back to retest this area. Again, we're gonna look at these things during the London session. I have never went live during the London session. I may do it tonight. Y'all don't hold me to it. It'll be a gift and a surprise. Okay. If we can get a pull back to there, be a nice entry for a sale. So that means for my Euro pairs, I'll be taking short-term buys to retest those levels to see what happens there. Now with not US 30, with S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100.
Mom.
Damn, that commercial loud.
Thanks to the
Fuck was I saying? Got you. So we hit TP 1 and 2 on NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500. TP's hit. Man, we ended off the week crazy. I'm not sure why I took that buy on NASDAQ. I'm sorry, US 30 and not these. Now I remember. So with US 30, it filled the gap. NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500 stopped at our TP2. Let me show you. Here is S&P 500. This is that gap. Now I'm going to take you to US 30. I'm not sure why that happened like that. Normally they follow each other and do pretty similar things. But this thing right here, this shit dropped all the way and filled that entire gap. So we'll see what happened. That be cold. So since we got to break above those highs, let me start with NAS 100. Yeah, we got a double top at the highs right here. Let me actually get rid of the rest of this shit. We already logged those trades. Let me start from scratch. Let's say indicators, remove drawings. Okay. Got you. So right now, this is the key level on NASDAQ 100. Daydream. Looks like we'll pass that 786 level already. Yeah. All right, cool. So we got a gap around the 618, and we also have that level on the, what was it, the daily? What was that gap? Damn, I lost it. It's okay. Let's just focus on what we're doing right now. So with these lows, I'm turning this magnet off. With this low, we got multiple tests down here already. So if price pulls back, it's not a guarantee that this thing is gonna hold. A lot of camping spots. Trading is camping, man. Like, a lot of people get excited. Scalping is beneficial, okay? Scalping works. But with successful scalpers sharing their stories, a lot of people think that trading is just, you just wake up, jump in a fucking trade, and it just take off. It's not always like that. In most cases, you have to wait, even when you're winning. The aspect of patience and learning to wait, when you add it into your trading plan, you can take a trade setup like this US 30 buy that I entered. Let me go to a smaller time frame. Most people trade 15-30 minutes. So based on the way most people trade, they would have got out of this trade right here. But since I've been practicing patience for so long, it allowed me to hold that trade setup to catch the entire move versus just getting in, like I said, here and jumping out at the next structural level. Okay? Oh, let me adjust it so you guys can see it on YouTube. All right, cool. There you go, YouTube. So that's my entry on this US 30 trade setup. And again, that little piece about patience, that's what helped me learn how to stay out of my own way. Let the money make money for me. What screen I'm supposed to be on? I'm gonna sleep good. I am going to rest well. Alright. So back to NAS 100.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident.
Let me see what you got. You said I've noticed and being considered is important. Yeah. As soon as you get caught in desire, what I want to make, what I'm looking for in the market, you remove yourself from flexibility. when you got that rigid mindset when you're coming into the market, you are doomed to fail, man. That's why we like to put all of our energy into our mindset series, the Codex. This is where we put everything together. Remove yourself from attachments, become aware of your possibilities, and just evolve. You gotta evolve as a person before you can develop as a trader. And that's just how it is. All right. All right, back to NASDAQ 100. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. All right, so this is the last area that price broke. Got it. So if we can get a pullback towards this area, I'll actually take a buy from here. So it said we had a double top at the highs. We do, but it has already been played. So good chance that these highs can be broken. Let's see what's going on. So I'm gonna go out on a higher time frame and see really what's in this area. So something I'd like to do is identify where consolidation is. Then I wait till we get a retest of that area before taking the trade setup. Now with consolidation, you got macro levels and you got micro levels, okay? For that example, this would have been the micro level of consolidation right here. This entire space, this will be the macro. So we got a clean break beneath this area right here. Now we want to see what happens when that area gets retested. So we got a ways to go. Okay, on the daily, you got a fair value gap right there. People call them balance zone, same thing. Let's see what happened. We're in it right now.
Turn insights into action with AI that gets your business. I wonder where my best...
What did I say? Daily? I did. So now I'm just going down to the smaller time frames and pretty much refine my entry. Because what you don't want to do is enter in a setup on a daily time frame. We want to tighten up our stop loss. Okay, that aligns on the 1 hour and the 2 hour. I like that damn beat. All right. So, analyzing the past is really important when it comes to figuring out what to look for or where we could possibly have a struggle. Even if it's not a complete rejection, we need to know where you can possibly have a struggle, okay? And that's what we're looking at. And with most cases, let me just draw something for you. To identify that, the only thing you have to do is find consolidation. Wherever the market had problems at in the past, most likely when it comes back to that area, it's going to show you something similar before it completes the next move, whether it rejects or it moves up. So that's why you guys see me going so far back to the past. It's damn near impossible to be accurate with your analytics without understanding where you came from. Same thing with life. If you know, you know. All right, so let's set these alerts, man. I'm gonna put one underneath as well. S&P 500. All right, so that was TP2, man. We had a beautiful drop down to TP1 and TP2, man. Let's go. That shit was pretty exciting, man. Pretty exciting. Now, again, this example that I just showed you guys about looking at the past to figure out what happened and how the present will give you something similar. Okay, so right here, I just drew this exact thing. Price creating consolidation. We got a drop, and when it pulled back to that area where it previously consolidated, it consolidates again before either making that move up or move to the downside. So this is a really quick example of what I showed you, but on the charts with price. So yeah, you get comfortable just spotting these things. I'm telling you, these patterns repeat themselves over and over and over and over again. You master the pattern, you can profit. Yeah, this thing definitely looks like it wants to go. So same thing, looks like we are expecting some nice moves to the highs. This one is most likely going to retest the high. Oh shit, I lost it. All right, so again, going down to the smaller time frames to figure out how to refine this entry. Got you. So 4 hour, we got a double top right here. It just looks like an M. That's when you see price move up, chart pull back, retest a similar area before continuing that trend. So good chance we can see this being retested. Oh, there's current price. I'll put hour. What type of hour? All right. So we found it on the 4 hour time frame. Cool beans. Now, since I know where price could possibly go, all right, we're looking at either this area on the daily or this 4 hour area right above it. Now we want to figure out how can we get in. Friends. Where's that pivot high? Here? Let me see. So normally, not all the times, but normally if the trend is true, well, I can't say it that way. If the trend is true, after you get a break above the pivot high, the retest of that pivot high will send you into an uptrend. So it'll use that area of resistance that it broke and turn it into support. But again, this is if the trend is truly an uptrend. If not, you'll see a sharp break above and then it'll fall back underneath that zone immediately, and they call that a false breakout. So the thing that I do to keep me from getting caught in false breakouts is just set alerts. I like to see multiple closes, no matter what time frame I'm on. I want to see multiple closes above the pivot high if I'm looking for that resistance level to turn into support. Vice versa, if I am at a low like this is a perfect example of a false breakout. You see, like right here at this low, I would like to see multiple closes. It gave you one close, and the next candle pulled price right back into the zone. So this is a perfect example of a false breakout. Okay. Now, what keeps you from getting caught in shit like that? Just using your alerts, man. Being patient. Yeah, we're here to make money, but we're also here to learn. We're here to master the skill and not just make money. If your only focus is the money, you should find something else to do. It is not going to work, man. Okay. Damn. Okay, US 30 is still moving. That is a beautiful move. Let me see. 10. Did we go through all of the euro pairs? Because at this point, we got to wait on all of the indices to figure out what the fuck is going on. Got Euro AUD, Euro CAD, Euro Pound. Oh, we've been missing in action. So we got our TPs hit on that Euro Pound sell. It actually went a lot lower than I expected. On a daily time frame, we got a double bottom right here. Oh, it's already been played. Oh yeah, this is a trap. Let's see what's going on. So right here, we had a double bottom, but immediately price pulled back to retest it. So the chances of price rejecting at the area again are not as high. Sip down, baby. I know 2 lines out that damn song. I don't listen to music no more, y'all. I really play these instrumentals for y'all. I be up here playing frequencies and affirmations all day. I used to be a drummer though, so I just got a thing for these beats, man. Had to be responsible with the stuff I let in my ears, but still find a way to enjoy rhythm, creativity. Okay. This thing, it is definitely still bearish, very bearish. So the way this thing's shaped up, there's a good chance that we'll see consolidation right here until the London session. With it continuously creating lower lows, the next move may be another flag. If that happens, we can just wait, camp out again, like Cezanne said, wait for that low to be broken, and we'll use that as an entry to trade to the next pivot low down here. So that setup will put us, was that hit? No. To put us right here. Is that an inverse head and shoulders? Yep, with some lumpy shoulders. All right, cool. still miss my pa. Laid back, I've been turning off of my city. Alright, cool. So that'll give us a 1 to 7. And this will be it, man. This will be it, man. Whew, we got crazy. That US 30 buy was crazy. What is the risk reward on that thing? So when you're trading like this, you guys don't have to take every trade set up because the risk reward always will fall in your favor. And when the odds are in your favor, you don't need to swing as much. So again, this one trade, this is a 1 to 18. $10 would have gave you $180. $100 would have gave you almost $2,000. Okay. Again, this is my entry, so you guys don't think I'm just marking up shit and just showing it to you after. All right, so we're actually in that trade setup. Again, we are about to call it a day. For everybody that would like to continue, don't know where to begin, you can trade live with us for free. We set up a product for you guys, the Trading Essential Bundles. I'll walk you through setting up your demo account, your live account. I teach you how to place the trades, how to monitor the trade, so when you see me online, you'll be able to trade with me and follow the setups. We also share the coordinates as well. So you get there by heading to our website, ProfitTakersEU.com. Get that Trading Essential Bundles. You also get the free trial to the Codex. All right. We have books available as well. And to help you along your trading journey for all of the do-it-yourselfers, we got 6 steps to trading with consistent results. And we have log books so you can log your emotional state throughout the process of executing and your mind state. I said mind state. The hell is that? Mindset. But we got merches available as well. And to join us, you can get that beginner bundle, upgrade to tier 2, or join the elite. But as always, remember, you're only one trade away from living. Why fight to stay the same?
Okay.